All right, so we've talked about hardware, we've talked about software, mostly application software. Let's take a look at that other category of software, which is system software. A synonym for system software is actually operating systems. So, an operating system, also called system software, is a special type of software that directly manages computer hardware and software resources. Remember the kernel part of Linux? It was the bridge between the hardware and the upper level softwares. Well, that's really what an operating system is. It's the middleman between software and hardware. It makes sure that everything works together very smoothly without any hiccups. So say you have a smartphone, right? Your smartphone has a microphone, has a camera, has a GPS. That phone has a special software that helps manage all that specific hardware. Now, of course, computers, right, don't have all those same things. Like, for example, I have my desktop computer. It doesn't come with a microphone. It doesn't have, a built-in um, camera as well. So the operating system's completely different for my desktop computer than it is for my smartphone. So as the hardware changes, right, you need a software to manage those resources, to manage those hardware tangible things. So if I need to post something, right, if I need to display something on the screen, if I need to record something, right, if I need that application software to work, the application software doesn't want to know, how many watts of power does the fan need, how many pixels, right, um, are on the screen, right? The application software doesn't want to worry about all those minute details. That's where the operating system comes in. It manages all the difficult parts so that when you do download your TikTok, your Microsoft Word, your Google Chrome, right, that software can work perfectly on any computer. So again, manages all the hardware parts, power consumption, processing units, storage. It makes sure that everything gets the right amount of everything, and it makes sure not to overload the hardware as well. You don't want a critical failure in the computer because of power consumption or overclocking your CPU. That means when you make the CPU work harder than it's meant to. Some people who really know how to use computers, they can actually override some of those operating system protections. But when you override the operating system, you're at risk of critical failure in your computer. So operating systems that you've heard of are Windows. Windows is number one in the world. Next up is Mac OS, right? Takes up another market share. Linux, another popular operating system, especially in the engineering side of things, right? The technological side of things, the things that us as casual users usually don't see or interact with. If you're familiar with mobile operating systems, there's iOS, Android. So here's a little video for you to watch on an early operating system. So this was actually the predecessor to Microsoft, to Windows. So this was the most popular operating system in 1982. It did not have a GUI. So even though it was Windows, no GUI. Today, of course, Windows, right, always has the GUI. And it was not even capable of multitasking. However, this did, lay the groundwork for future operating systems like Windows. But before Windows was actually Linux, as we're going to learn in the next few sections.